Hello and welcome. Live from our channel, from Channels Television's global headquarters in Lagos, Nigeria. You're watching Newsroom series. I'm Dominic Iriwe, and today our focus would be on the North Central. But before we get into that, let's have a snippet of our top stories making the rounds at the moment.
In the struggle for our
Members of the Senior Staff Association of Nigerian Universities, SANU, and those of the Non-Academic Staff Union, NASU, are protesting at the University of Abuja main campus. The protest is part of the nationwide action decided upon by the Joint Action Committee of the two unions at the expiration of a 2-week ultimatum given to the federal government to address their demands, which are mainly welfare matters. The protesting university workers are demanding, among other things, the renegotiation of the 2009 agreement with the federal government, immediate payment of 25 and 35% salary increment, as well as the immediate payment of all withheld salaries. And in Lagos, members of the two bodies at the University of Lagos are also holding a protest against the federal government's failure to meet their long-standing demands. The unions are demanding fair disbursement of the 50 billion naira earned allowances, renegotiation of the 2009 agreement, payments of outstanding salaries and arrears, and the release of withheld party deductions for May and June 2022. The West African Examinations Council, WAEC, has launched a nationwide sensitization campaign to introduce its computer-based testing system for the West African Senior School Certificate Examination. The head of the National Office of WAEC, Dr. Amos Dangote, says the move reflects the Council's commitment to innovation, excellence, and accessibility. He assures that the transition to the CBT format will be smooth, efficient, and beneficial for both candidates and educators.
Officials of the West African Examinations Council, WAEC, take to the streets of Lagos to create awareness about the upcoming computer-based West African Senior School Certificate Examination. The sensitization parade begins at WAEC's head office in Yaba and moves through major routes including Stadium, Shomolu, and Maryland. The head of National Office, Dr. Amos Dangote, says that the campaign shows WAEC's commitment to innovation, excellence, and accessibility.
We are masters of the game of examination. Every candidate that registered for CBWAS 2026 will write his exam, whether he is offshore or is onshore.
The shift from paper-based exams to computer-based testing receives mixed reactions from students and citizens. While many welcome the innovation, others express worries about infrastructure, technical issues, and limited access to technology.
The advantage of that CBT is that it makes it fast, it's very good, it's time-bound, very good, but we are not, in this part of we are not immune, we don't know about it yet. Many of our people don't know, many of our students don't know about it.
The ability of people to upgrade the computers, the ability to sustain that computer with the same pace as they started with. If they had 50-50 per classes, will it continue to be 50-50 at every examination? Or do they plan on taking students to schools that have computer or that are able to operate CBT?
I think really before they do something like that, maybe they should introduce doing CBT-based exams in their schools before they now go for WAEC. Because you cannot expect somebody that is writing biology and all of these things to now just come and do exams with CBT.
Dr. Dangote notes that the council continues to strengthen its systems to ensure the credibility of its exams and protect against malpractice through improved security measures.
What we do in WAEC is that we continuously look at our system, we continuously upgrade the security features, the measures. We are not static. And so we continue to do that, and we continue to also call for other stakeholders into it to collaborate with us.
The sensitization parade ends with stakeholders and students better informed about the new CB-WASC model. WAEC says this marks a major step towards delivering a more efficient and transparent examination process.
The Niger South Senior Stakeholders Forum is holding its second meeting in Minna, Niger State, to review the progress of key federal projects in the region. The discussions focus on assessing implementation challenges and strengthening collaboration between government agencies and community leaders.
This meeting brings together lawmakers, technocrats, and government agencies to discuss the way forward on major infrastructural projects in the Zone A senatorial district.
Because of the presentation, yes, my time.
The chairman of the Niger South Stakeholders Forum, Liman Ibrahim, a retired Controller General of the Federal Fire Service, expresses satisfaction with the level of engagement and progress recorded so far.
This development will raise development in our areas. It will bring about employment of our youths and infrastructural development and internal revenue of the state and the country at large.
The Director General of the Niger Delta Hydrocarbons and Solid Minerals Development Agency, Ndajiya Abdullahi, highlights ongoing exploration in the Bida Basin.
Just last 2 weeks, His Excellency has approved the continuation of the exploration work, the remaining 30% remaining for the basin to take off. What is the 30% exploration work? That is the basin petroleum modeling system.
NIWA Area Manager for Niger and Kwara State, Akapo Adeboye, outlines ongoing dredging works and dockyard development projects in the area.
I want to really thank the effort of Federal Ministry of Marine and Blue Economy, Alaji Oyetola, and our Managing Director of National Inland Authority, Alaji Bola Oyibamiji, on this wonderful rising up to the occasion, you know, to see that the dredging that is upcoming, you know, of the inland waterway, most especially, you know, the channel of the River Niger, to ensure that the Barrow Port, you know, is really alive.
One of the key speakers is Honorable Saidu Abdullahi, Chairman of the House Ad Hoc Committee on Rehabilitation and Operationalization of the Barrow Inland Ports.
This is the first having to engage with the stakeholders of Niger South zone in Niger State. And like I mentioned inside there, is a very welcome one. We must provide this kind of platform for us to engage, especially those, some of us that are in government representing the people. There must be a platform for us to engage with our elders, to engage with the people, so that we will be properly guided in terms of information, in terms of advice, you know, and that is exactly what I've seen and I've gotten here today.
At the end of the meeting, the forum resolves that federal and state stakeholders must strengthen collaboration to fast-track the operationalization of the Barrow Inland Port and other strategic infrastructure for the benefit of Niger South, the North, and Nigeria as a whole.
Kogi State Governor Usman Ododo has vowed to end illegal mining and banditry as part of efforts to tackle insecurity across the state. The governor explains that his administration is determined to protect the lives and property of citizens while ensuring that communities remain safe and peaceful. Governor Ododo made the promise during a visit to Isanlu-Esa in Yagba West local government area, a community that has faced repeated cases of kidnapping and killings.
The visit of Kogi State Governor Usman Ododo to Isanlu-Esa follows growing insecurity in the community in recent months, marked by rising cases of kidnapping, killings, and ransom demands. Despite the long, bad, and dusty road, Governor Ododo and his entourage make their journey to the community, determined to assess the situation firsthand. The community has been battling insecurity for months before the deployment of a joint task force made up of the military, police, DSS, Navy, and NSCDC. The team is now stationed in the area to protect lives and property. On arrival, Governor Usman Ododo, dressed in military camo, receives a briefing from Brigadier General Kasim Sidi on the current security situation.
We have worked in synergy with all security agencies, so it is not an army effort alone. The police are here, the Department of State Services are here. We have the hybrid force from the Office of the National Security Advisor, who have brought a lot of assets and equipment that makes our work very, very easy.
The traditional ruler of Isanlu-Esa commends the efforts of the security agencies and appeals to the governor to ensure their continued presence until peace is fully restored.
Sir, the military men demonstrated their professionalism. If not for their effort, nobody would be found here again. Meanwhile, sir, we learn they will be moving out very soon. If they are moving out very soon, the whole community are following them out because our life is not safe. So we beg for your indulgence to extend their stay.
Governor Ododo reaffirmed President Bola Tinubu's support for peace and security across Kogi State and Nigeria.
What we are facing today is an inherited crisis by Mr. President. We all know, we can all attest to it. But Mr. President is ever ready, leading from the front sincerely for us to map out these criminals from our land and our country.
The governor also cautions traditional rulers against indiscriminate allocation of land to unknown individuals. He insists that anyone with mining licenses must be properly profiled by the government to prevent misuse.
The so-called acclaimed licensed miners, I want to sound it very clear that if you have your own licenses and you refuse to come for profiling with the security agencies and Kogi State government, we will treat you as criminals. We don't have mercy because Kogi State is not a land where you can just come without the knowledge of those that own the land. Nigeria is not a lawless country, and of course, Kogi State cannot be one.
With this visit, Governor Ododo reinforces his administration's resolve to secure Kogi communities and restore peace across the state.
You're watching Newsroom series live on Channels Television. Still ahead, we'll bring you more development stories from the north-central region of the country. Stay with us. Welcome back. Hundreds of residents in Plateau State have received free medical care through a large-scale outreach aimed at bringing hope and healing to vulnerable Nigerians. The program, in line with President Bola Tinubu's Renewed Hope agenda, provides free surgeries, medical consultations, and treatments to thousands of beneficiaries across the state. Our correspondent Percy Dabang reports.
It is a moment of relief and gratitude for many residents in Plateau State as they benefit from the ongoing free medical outreach taking place at the Just University Teaching Hospital and other centers across the state. The outreach, facilitated by the national chairman of the All Progressives Congress, APC, aims to bring healthcare closer to the poor and vulnerable, in line with President Bola Tinubu's renewed hope agenda.
I am the happiest person to be among the beneficiary. Actually, I'm supposed to spend more than 100 plus for this surgery. But when God favored me, I was so happy, and I lack what to say.
Seriously, I want to appreciate the person that did it to entire world or entire this plateau state. As I am here as a Jew staff, I want to appreciate him, because even now, right now, I am yet to enter theater, but very soon they'll come and put me to theater. But I believe that the success of this surgery.
The APC national chairman, Professor Nentawe Yilwada, visited the theater and surgical wards to see beneficiaries of the medical outreach. He says he is satisfied that the less privileged are receiving quality medical attention.
There's no greater joy than seeing somebody who is in pain be relieved. I felt relieved myself that vulnerable Nigerians that have no wherewithal to access healthcare at this level are being supported.
He explains that the medical team includes doctors from the United States, France and Nigeria, performing both major and minor surgery simultaneously across the state's 3 senatorial zones.
Over 400 surgeries that we did in the central and southern zone. We attended to over 8,000 people, almost 9,000 people in the central and southern zone. So we're targeting nothing less than neighborhood almost 50,000 people that we supported. So to me, it's massive and critical that these people are giving the support.
The Chief Medical Director of the Jos University Teaching Hospital, JUTH, commends the initiative, describing it as unprecedented in the hospital's history.
They brought some equipment and instruments for this surgery, which when they are done we're done with the outreach, the chairman has graciously said they will leave it to Jos University Teaching Hospital, and it's a lot of money that he spent to get those instruments, and these are very high quality instruments that we inspected yesterday.
The outreach continues to attract a large turnout as more residents benefit from free surgeries, medication and empowerment support, a gesture many say has restored their health, livelihood and hope for a better future. Percy Daban, Channels Television News.
Now, over in Kwara State, the state government is celebrating older persons for their vital contributions to national growth and development. At an event held in Ilorin, the government pledged continued support for the elderly, while senior citizens appealed for more attention from all levels of government, especially in meeting their basic needs.
Nigeria has a growing elderly population, with about 14.8 million people aged 60 and above. In Kwara State alone, there are over 116,000 older adults, and today, the state government is celebrating them.
So, can we give a round of applause, Mommy? You're welcome.
The Kwara State government says the celebration is designed to honor senior citizens and remind society of their value. According to the Commissioner for Social Development, the initiative is part of efforts to ensure the elderly are not neglected.
We are actually celebrating the National Older Persons Day. It's a very remarkable day for the elderly people to celebrate them, their wisdom, their experiences, their health, and their love so far for Kwara State. What we are intending to achieve in today's occasion is that to remind the elderly people that they are loved, to remind the elderly people that yes, they need to take care of their health, they need to do active activities, they need to stay healthy, they need to stay informed, and also to showcase our indigenous crafts so far. And we'll also be appreciating a lot of civil servants that have retired and also stay actively in service that are elderly. The reason why we are rewarding them is that some of them have done a lot of good things, they've worked, they've labored, and they deserve to be recognized.
Among those honored are 94-year-old Grace Oyelude, Nigeria's first Miss Nigeria, and 99-year-old elder statesman Olushola Ajolore. They both urge children not to abandon their aged parents and call on government at all levels to prioritize the welfare of senior citizens.
They need to take their aged parents as much as possible.
It's about time we learn to honor them. It's only recently, after working for about 40 years, that my pension is 71. Only recently. That's not nice.
The representative of the Director General of the National Citizens Center commends the elderly for their contributions to nation building and encourages them to continue offering valuable advice for Nigeria's development.
At the National Senior Citizen Center, NSCC, we believe that aging is not an exit, but an elevation. It is a lesson, it is a season of legacy, influence, and renewed contributions. We will continue to champion programs and partnerships that showcase the strength of older persons, secure their dignity, and ensure their well-being.
The key message from the event is clear. Governments must not abandon the elderly, but take deliberate steps to care for them, especially through timely pension payments and improved healthcare services.
The Plateau State government has denied reports claiming that the World Bank is funding its ongoing urban renewal projects. Commissioner for Works Joshua Lavin clarified this while briefing journalists in Jos, explaining that the projects are financed solely through taxpayers' money and federal subventions. He described the claims as false and misleading, stressing that Governor Caleb Mufwang's administration remains transparent in managing public funds. Mr. Lavin adds that the government's urban renewal drive will continue across the states to improve infrastructure, stimulate economic growth, and enhance the living standards of citizens.
Yeah, my ministry, Ministry of Works, is saddled with responsibility to ensure that all our projects that we came and inherited are completed. Like I told you, each time we have a conversation with you, we inherited about 45 abandoned projects. I can categorically tell you that 19 of the 45 has been engaged properly, and out of the 45, 3 has been completed. 3 has been completed in the sense that even those that award the contract and commission the project, the previous administration did not complete the project. I want to clarify some point here that in the Ministry of Works, World Bank project is not involved in Ministry of Works. Of the 45 projects and the 3 that have been completed now, it is the taxpayers' money and the subvention that is coming to the state that everybody is seeing and working with.
The North Central Development Commission, NCDC, has unveiled its development roadmap as it prepares to begin full operations. The roadmap was presented during a policy review retreat held in Lafia, the Nasarawa State's capital, where key stakeholders gathered to assess strategies for driving growth and addressing challenges within the region. Speaking at the event, the Managing Director of the Commission, Mr. Cyril Tsianyil, said the roadmap aligns with President Bola Tinubu's Renewed Hope agenda, which focuses on improving development across all regions of the country. Over in Nasarawa State, the State Scholarship Board has raised concerns over irregularities in the state scholarship application process, revealing that several non-students submitted entries, making the screening cumbersome. The Executive Secretary of the board, Sadatu Yahaya, made this known in Lafia, the state's capital. She explained that during the 2023-2024 screening exercise, thousands of unqualified applications, including some from government workers, were received and later cancelled. According to her, the board refunded over 120 million naira to the state's government.
There are financial assistance that His Excellency has been giving to people.
If you have a genuine reason, you need financial assistance for anything, you write to His Excellency, he will help you. But don't come and block genuine students. There are students that are genuine, that are in the school, that are suffering, that need this money. But when you that are not a student, you begin to apply and the space is blocked, you are blocking some people from benefiting what is meant for them. So if you are not a student, don't even go to the portal to apply. If you were getting it easy before, it's not going to be easy now, because it's going to be more rigorous next year. It's going to be more rigorous next year for us to fish out this kind of people, because leave these students that are in school to benefit these resources. It's meant for them.
Governor Isanlu-Esa of Benue State is pledging to build a memorial church in Kanke local government area of Plateau State in honor of Madam Lydia Yelwatada, the late mother of the APC national chairman, Dr. Nentawe Yelwatada. The governor made the promise during a Thanksgiving service held in Kanke, describing Madam Lydia as a woman of strong faith, whose legacy should be remembered through a place of worship where Christians can connect deeply with God.
Dignitaries from across Nigeria, including the governor of Benue State, Isanlu-Esa, arrive at the airport in Jos, Plateau State, to commiserate with the national chairman of the All Progressives Congress, Professor Nentawe Yelwatada, over the passing of his mother, Madam Lydia Yelwatada. The APC national chairman receives Governor Alia in Jos. Both men proceed to Kanke local government area for the Thanksgiving memorial service. At the service held at the Church of Christ in Nations, Kogi, Governor Alia commends the strong faith and life of service demonstrated by Madam Lydia Yelwatada. He pledges to build a memorial church in her honor.
Your Excellency, the National Chairman, I thank you so much for proposing to build a memorial church in her honor. I don't know the length and the height of this church, but on behalf of the good people of Benue State, we would like to do the foundation of that church.
Also speaking, the chairman of the Benue State Council of Chiefs and the Tortive, His Royal Majesty Professor James Ayatse, urges the APC national chairman and other leaders to emulate the late Madam Lydia's example of humility, faith, and service to humanity.
I want you to know that it's not only your son here, it's also my son in Benue. So I have all powers, spiritually and otherwise, to speak on him, speak about him. As you bury your mother, we commit you to the hand of God.
In his remarks, Professor Nentawe Yelwatada expresses heartfelt appreciation for the outpouring of love and support from friends, associates, and dignitaries. He also thanks Governor Alia for his commitment to honoring his late mother with a memorial church.
If you look back and you see your friends, you see people that you've known for many years, some even just a few months ago, standing by you at this difficult time, you have all reason to appreciate what.
The Thanksgiving ceremony ends with prayers and tributes, celebrating the faith, legacy, and lifelong service of Madam Lydia Yelwatada.
And that's where we drop the anchor on this edition of News Track. I'm Dominic Iwiwu. News Track is at the top of the hour. Enjoy the rest of your day.